The video you just saw was of the 2 times that I've tried the Bring Sally Up challenge on TikTok. The one on the right was the original, and that didn't go so well. That time was the point where I realized I was in some serious trouble with managing my cerebral palsy. That's when I realized, wow, I can't even do a push up, barely. Because everyone always comments on how strong my arms are, and my arms are strong because of using arm crutches all the time. Well, I couldn't even do a 15-second clip with max like 4 push-ups in it, but I just wanted to give it my best shot. And when I gave it my best shot and posted that video to TikTok, I really didn't expect any attention, just because I've never really received widespread attention before. I believe now the video has been viewed almost 80,000 times, like between 78,000 and 80 times. At first, I was super excited that so many people were viewing my TikTok, and then that quickly went south. After the people who were all very supportive, and I thank you so much for that, after those people came the online trolls, and it got really bad. They would do, on TikTok you can duet people's videos, and I would get duets of lizards because people would say that I looked like a lizard because my eyes were like bugging out, but that's because it took way too much more effort than it should have because I was in such bad shape. People actually were so bad that they called me a pedophile. And it really started to get to me. I mean, it was really awesome to see, all the supportive people, congratulating me and just like supporting me. And there was many people who were going against the people who were giving me a bunch of crap, defending me. So I thank you again for all those people. But excuse me, I'm sorry. That was the first time I've ever really gone viral, quote unquote. So when I got so much negative attention, especially, the lizard thing, I know I have a lazy eye. It's in every one of my videos. What really got to me was being called, I got called a straight pedophile, but people would also call me a nunce, and I looked that up, and that also means pedophile. So when I got to those comments, and there was only a few, but those really hit me, and I ended up turning off my notifications. And after that video, I was like, I need to go into the gym. And then I started posting some TikToks from the gym. I wasn't very good about sticking with going to the gym. I mean, off and on, off and on. I'm kind of in an off period again. But that kind of woke me up like, wow, I can't even do a push-up. And like, it was just like, wow, I'm supposed to be the guy with the strong arms, and I can't even do like 4 push-ups to the rhythm of a song. Like, what is going on? So it was definitely a big wake-up call, and it definitely forced me to like reevaluate how well I was taking care of myself. Because with CP, it's extremely important to take care of yourself, and as you age, you have to take care of yourself differently. Before, I would just do my stretches and little exercises that I would have in physical therapy from when I was in high school, but now that I'm 25, those exercises weren't enough. So I started going to the gym. I've gotten to a much better place, and that's where the video on the left, the second time that I did the Bring Sally Up challenge, was just, they're about a little over a year apart. I decided to do the challenge again, and no, I didn't take off my shirt because I thought I was in good shape. I'm not in good shape at all. I decided to take off my shirt because in the first video, you couldn't really see how far I was going down because my shirt was, it was baggy, so it was hitting the ground. So I was like, you know what, I want to see my progress. So I took off my shirt. I did better, a lot better, as you could tell, the second time I did the challenge. But what's deceiving is I recorded that video the second time. What that video doesn't show is that I recorded it at least 5 times. So while there was progress, I still have a ways to go. And that's just the thing. Disability can be, well, a tricky thing, but social media can be very tricky with disability because I've seen like many inspirational things. Because I always find like whenever I see something about disability on social media, it's usually it's very positive. And I love reading it all. I love seeing disability in a positive light. But that was the first time that I've experienced disability in such a negative way on social media. I know TikTok's a newer thing, and but getting so much hate about being disabled and just doing what I was capable of doing at the time was a real wake up call. Um, but that's really why, now with this channel, I want to tell you the good, the bad, the ugly about my experience with disability, in the hopes that other people can relate, and we can share the good, the bad, the ugly together. But it was definitely I just could not believe what these people were saying to me. They had no idea who I was and what I was going through, and to call me a pedophile based on the fact that I couldn't do a push-up, I just thought was that related to my looks? Was that just related to my disability? Like, I didn't understand that. But experiencing like going viral on social media and getting a mix of good and bad, but getting that type of bad reception when people talking about me in such a negative way was like, wow, I can't believe that side exists. And you always know that there's good and bad on every side, but when it happens to you, it's like, why is that still happening? Like, you look at it in a whole new way. Like, you shouldn't say that about me. Like, you don't know who I am. But disability carries still this stigma, and some people, don't look at disability that way and they embrace it, and other people, they go that negative route. And now it's my mission to be like, that shouldn't exist. Um, so yeah, I hope I can. So, like, I hope this helps somebody realize that social media is so fickle, and if someone's making fun of you about your disability, it's really because they've either never experienced it, so they don't know any better, or they're just really sad and something's going on in their life and they need your help more than, they're hurt, they're being mean, but they need help in some way from someone to help them, continue to lead their best life. Um, and I'm still on TikTok after that social. Like, it is funny though. I should point out though that when I couldn't do a push up, that's went quote unquote viral. Um, but that duet where it shows my progress has not went viral. So I'm not, and I don't expect it to, really, like, because TikTok, is hot and cold, and just social media is so hot and cold. Um, but it was just funny, and and people did comment on the new one, congratulating my progress, and it really does something good for me to like have people see my progress. And that's what I was kind of hoping in some way, that it would have gone viral, just to all those people that said that I look like a lizard and called me a pedophile, would be like, ha, look, just because, how times change in a year and how much progress can be made. And like, kind of just like, laugh at them and like, ha, look what I did, look what I accomplished. But then after I thought about it, it's like, I don't need their approval. They don't know me. I need my family and friends who care about me and support me to, you know, give me that positive re-encouragement. I don't need, those people who look down on me because of my disability to give me approval. I do hope that this video, if anyone, can take something away from this, is like, you shouldn't judge someone based off a social media post. And that's so quick to do because we make such snap judgments. But please, we gotta stop judging people off social media. And just disability in general, Like, we just need to start listening to each other, talking, and getting to know one another. So I hope that you will, if you have a disability and you've experienced like negative social media attention, please let me know. And know that people move on. And, nobody will remember that. Well, it'll be like one of those childhood photos, what you think you forgot about, it'll just come back to bite me. But by then, it won't matter to me, and I'll be laughing at it. But at the time that I made it and got all that attention, I was like, I had to disable my comments and duets, and it shook me a bit. So, but now we're okay. But I can't be the only one, and I'd really like to hear if you've experienced. I don't need, as much as you want to share, I'd love to hear your experience with social media, good and bad. But I hope everybody's doing well. And you may have noticed I have an intro now. Let me know what you think. But I will see you next time. Thanks for listening.